Hey everyone, welcome to another LEGO Fan video. I'm your host LEGO Fan, and I do fun LEGO videos. I have about 10 steps per video, as well as some cool Ben 10 videos. Today, we will be finishing up bag 4 of the LEGO ISS. If you guys are new, please like, subscribe, ring the bell to get notified of all my new videos. And with that out of the way, let's get started. So last time, we once again did very little. As you could tell, we added more to the axle. We built this little thing here, and yeah, we also built this like satellite on a stick here. And today we're going to be finishing up the bag, as I said. And it's essentially just going to be adding more stuff onto the axle. And by that, I mean we're going to be making a lot more of those mini solar panel satellites, whatever you want to call them. We're going to be making more of them. And they all pretty much start the same way in this video, because you're going to see like 2 repeat steps. So when we're building satellites, the first 2 steps are almost always the same. You're going to need a raised 1x1 with studs on all ends of it, all 4 sides. You're also going to need a hollow stud. This hollow stud will be your base. Okay? And you're going to put this piece on top. And then you're going to need, once again, the black ball with the X hole in it, as you can tell. You're also going to need the piece that is refusing to be picked up, the gray pole. Once again, these don't have a 1x1, so if you lose it, you don't have a frame of reference for how long it is. And you're going to stick the pole right in the middle, like usual. Make sure it's all the way down. Okay, so it's just like this. And then we're going to stick the black ball right through. Okay? So, just like that. So it ends up looking like this. Almost like a little astronaut here. Alrighty. Now we're going to just take a rather unique piece. Though I said that these are not unique, so I wouldn't exactly say they're common. It's the X-hole piece with the 2 hollow tubes on either end. Looks like this. It's white in color. Most of these pieces are either white, gray, or black, or some sort of variety of that, with the exception of like the solar panels. So that's why I'm not really saying the colors that much. I know I usually do. Sometimes I either just forget, or it's just like many common colors, so it's like, what's the point? So you're just gonna stick the pole through. You're just gonna stick the hollow tube right through the pole, so it ends up looking like this. And now we are going to take 2 T-pieces, okay? The T-poles, they look like this. And I'm going to need 2 hands for this. So what you're going to do is it's going to go on this end and on this end. You might notice that this is kind of repeating the first satellite that I did in the previous video, or first solar panel thing. And you would be correct. It essentially is repeating that panel. There is a bit of a difference though, as this one is a bit shorter in length compared to the one that I built, which is this one here you see dangling off. So you could tell that it is shorter. Here, I'll do a little 1x1, or try 1x1. And you could tell that it is shorter. Okay? So once you do have the 2 T-poles on, right here, we are just going to stick 2 solar panels on, like usual. So the solar panels, the 2x3, with the solar panel design. And these just stick right on. So 1 and 2, just like this. Okay. And that is all. So now we are going to stick this right through the red axle here. So I am just going to show the black screen for a little bit, and it is going to end up looking like this. Okay? So this is what it should end up looking like. You can tell that we got a lot of solar panels on this one little axle piece. I wonder why they decided to do that. Now we're going to build the same exact thing as we usually do after every mini satellite that we do. Mini satellite or solar panel set, whatever. Which is the rounded 2x2 and the flat donut 2x2. And just stick them on together. We're not going to put this piece on just yet though. What we're going to do first is we're going to take this piece. This is a relatively new piece to me. I don't know whether or not it's unique. It's a hollow tube. It's very small as well. I would say don't lose this, but I don't know how common it is. I'm going to assume it's not that common, considering the fact that I've built God knows how many Lego sets. Even before I started this YouTube, I have like shelves full of Lego sets. Unfortunately, most of them have fallen into disrepair. Really want to rebuild a few of them. I would have to go through though. Anyways, sorry about that. I'm just going to stick this right through. Okay. So the hollow tube goes first. And then comes the stopper. But it's going reverse. So the studded part is going towards the main build. Okay. So that's how it looks like. Now, we're finally going to use those big solar panels that I've probably been teasing you for the past few. So finally we're going to be using these big ones. Okay? I do not know how long they are, but these seem to be banners almost. Redesigned banners. Because I recognize the design, so they look like banners. So typically they are seen hanging from like a fancy, so like whenever you see like house designs, like big fancy house designs in Legos, you typically will see banners, and that's what these are. They're in the banner design. I don't know their exact size, however, but in either case, banner designs are always unique, so never lose them under any circumstances. You also are going to need to have 1x1 grippers, these pieces, and a raised 1x2 with the next hole in it. So we're going to use this piece as a base, and I am going to need 2 hands for the next part, as we're going to be attaching the grippers. So 2 go on the top, 1 and 2, come on. So you can see that they're facing outwards. We're going to flip it over and put the other 2 also facing outwards. Okay? So 1 and 2. So it ends up looking like this. Okay? Now I'm going to keep this underneath and we're going to attach the big solar panels. So 1 and 2. So this is what it looks like in the end. Now we will attach this right on to the red axle like usual. And you notice that we're starting to run out of space on the red axle. You can see that we only have like a little tiny chunk left. Let me just see if everything is pushed in as far as it can be. Okay, everything is pushed in as far as it can be. Now, we're going to continue our work on the red axle. We're going to be taking this kind of like triple raised rounded 2x2, but you can see that has like a little coin slot in it and a raised bottom. These are fairly hard to come by. I would say don't lose them. And we're also going to be taking a rounded 2x2 with a stud in the center. These are pretty common. And this is going to be the final addition to the red axle. And it's going to start as our base. I don't know why LEGO decided to have like a majority of the weight. Because you can see that it sags, as you can tell. So I am just attaching the rounded 2x2 right on top, like this. Okay, so now it looks like this, and this is going to go right on the axle. And this is what it will end up looking like. Okay, now let's get our final addition onto the axle, or the little piece here, and we're going to be repeating the first 3 steps of the video. So if you want, you can skip ahead or rewatch that part, because we're essentially doing the same exact thing, like another mini thing. So we're going to be requiring the same pieces. So a hollow stud and a raised 1x1 with studs all around, and just attach the raised 1x1 on top. Then we're going to be taking the X ball and the gray pole. So you can see that it's the same exact stuff over once again. Only this time it's going to be an even shorter one. Okay, so it ends up looking like this. Now we're going to take the T-poles, attach it on either end. And then we're going to be attaching the 2 solar panels. 1 and 2. And this is our final mini satellite. Now this is going to attach pretty uniquely, as this is going to attach on with the solar panels facing upwards right here, with the black ball facing towards the main build. So it ends up looking like this. And this is all of bag number 4. So you can tell that most of it, bag 4, was focused on this side, building up this side, and like attaching a bunch of satellites on it, as well as a little on this end as well. But it seems like it was mostly focused on getting this part done, making it all scientific and stuff, you know. And next time we will be going into the next bag number 5, and this will essentially work on kind of like smoothing out in a way and expanding outwards on the ISS. And then it's just one more bag and then we're done. I'll see you guys next time with the next to last bag. So long.